Yo, what's up guys, been on fire here back in the video, and today we're going to be bringing you guys another gameplay in Madden 21. Going to be bringing back one of my offensive schemes I ran pretty much all of Madden 20 actually. It's going to be the West Coast Gun Bunch offense. Let me know if you ever want to see any schemes, because I'm just going to bring some wild, unique, just crazy offenses. Some like pistol bunch type stuff, just weird things that you guys have never seen before or think would work. But here's the lineup. I did go back to RG3 over Romo. I still do have Romo, but I wanted to run RG3. When you're running bunch, important to have mobility. So we got our escape artist now. We have that back. Other than that, the offense is the same. Defense, the same. Did pick up Micah Parsons. Don't know if I mentioned that in the last upload, but that technically is an addition as well. But of course, team the same. Don't expect any changes for the rest of the year. But of course, West Coast offense. Actually, good thing I went over here, so I remembered to put it back in. West Coast offense, 4-6 defense. And yeah, before we get into the video, make sure you guys do go ahead, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel as well. And yeah, let's just go ahead, jump straight into it. All right, here we are out in the game. You see we got a Cowboys versus Cowboys matchup. You always love to see it, but gun bunch formation. Now, I'm going to go back to my old audibles, honestly. See if we remember them now. A couple of things have changed. A couple of plays are worse. A couple of plays are better. So pretty much what I'm going to do is I'm going to go Z-spot, wide receiver post, mesh post, and put in this sweep. There's also a couple of unique plays like deep attack on the top. There's stick at the top that we'll be running. Deep corner, corner strike, verticals, spacing. There's a lot of really good plays, unique plays that aren't actually in other gun bunch formations. All right, wide receiver post. This was one of my favorite setups. Now, this guy could be running actually man coverage, so we're just going to Texas Y, corner out RB, and then leave everything else the same. It was man coverage on that first play. I threw an incompletion on, so we'll see what he's doing here. It is man coverage, and there you go. Got the corner out. That was one of my favorite setups. Now, Madden 20 was a lot of max protection because, of course, the Send 7 meta, but we will be adding some new things because you are more likely to send out 5 in this game. Sweep was definitely a key part of this offense, so I do want to get the sweep going, especially against this. Now, he does have the inside stuff, which should not blow up an outside run. And there we go, able to actually make that man miss despite him instant shedding us. And there you see solid little gain of yardage on the ground game. My favorite mesh post setup that I still use to this day is going to be X on an out route, RB on a slant motion, that slant across. Gives you a lot of options. Now, if it is still man coverage, we could be maybe in a little bit of trouble, but I'm just going to lowball this slant right away, pick up a couple of yards. Here I'm going to go back to the wide receiver post. I'm going to put A on a little out route, RB on a slant, motion him across. If it is man coverage, there's not reason for me to even put Najee on a route, so we'll just block him for that extra protection here. And there you see the crosser, burning man coverage, Andre Johnson. Going to go back to the halfback sweep once again in the red zone. Now, it is a very interesting formation because sweep, usually you'd want to cut it inside. I would love a base here, but since it's like a spread out formation, it's kind of tough for me to get that little cutback animation. You see it's pretty slow, but it's so wide open that I still can run it out of sweep. That's one of the weaknesses of the offense, though, because you see you got to draw, you got to sweep, and you have a counter, no base, no read option, so that would be one small weakness of the offense. The next play that I'm going to go to is going to be the inside cross. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drag RB. I'm going to actually smart route B, get a little bit shorter, and I'm going to flat X. So here's a look at the setup. We have running back route, drag route. I'm going to motion Andre Johnson outside, and it looks like he did mix it up into some zone coverage, so we will just check it down to Andre Johnson, get close to that first down marker. My apologies, we actually did end up picking up the first down, so we'll take it, but we're going to go to deep attack here. I want to see if we can fit in either this pass to Andre Johnson. Kyle Pitts is on kind of a unique route, or we're just going to put Chase on a little drag. So here's what we got looking, see what we can get potentially, and just juked him out badly. And on RG3 almost just took that. I don't know why I can't speak, but that was actually some dirty pocket presence. Can't even cap. Just going to try and sweep this into the end zone. Let's just keep things simple. See if we can get in the end zone. There you see some big pancakes from the O-line. Love to see that. Najee Harris gets us on the board. Very good first drive. Not really any issues at all. We moved the ball very, very easily. Could kind of do what we wanted. And we didn't even really get into any special setups. Just kind of running the basics as far as it's concerned for this first possession. We used a lot of clock. Now we'll see if we can get a stop and get the ball back. Hopefully score again before half. Looks like we got a toter on our hands. Now, you guys know in the gameplays, I don't really like to show when people are just toting the ball on me, so we don't know how much you'll see. It looks like he actually is throwing. Ooh, Jalen Smith almost just picked him off. Maybe if that was a safety, we get the pick, but if you watched the last gameplay, you know that the our linebackers put in work for us, so we're just not going to abandon them. You see, I'm just running a very basic defense, running the double Mabel on the right side, running just a stock hard flat on the left, and using the curl flat over the top. It just gives us some nice options. Now that setup, very good against run heavy formations, but now we're going to go back to the original setup and actually use our inside backer rather than the safety. Got to watch the seams here. He's going to try and test my user. You do not test the user. Grant Delpit, and we are in there for a touchdown, baby. Could have fell down. Didn't really see the point of falling down at like the 10-yard line. Of course, maybe I could have ran back, but I'll just take the easy touchdown, see if we can get another stop, and then we'll actually try and get the ball back. So again, when you're going against a run-heavy player, I like to just user the safety. The biggest reason that you would want to user the safety is just to give yourself another player in the box. Now, he's doing something smart, actually flipping, which shouldn't really affect us at all. You see, he was running a different play anyways, but stuff like flipping is smart when you notice your opponent is using a safety usually. All right, again, going to set everything up the same now. Always to stop the inside zone, you shift to the right, slant to the left, then you open yourselves up. Looks like everything is going to be bagged. He's going to throw deep, and Deion Sanders there to make the interception, but could not keep his feet in bounds. Nonetheless, we are in a 4th and 17, and looks like he's going to be punching this rock away. All right, back on offense now. Here's the setup out of deep attack. I'm going to actually try out just labbing, flying some stuff in on the go. Slant RB, flat Y, corner B. And we're going to leave that post route the same. It is going to be man coverage, so hopefully this slant route does burn it. Yes, it does. Jamar Chase. Now, corner routes, slants, always stuff like that are good because not only do they open up against man coverage, but usually they can fit in between zones. If that were the case, he is seems like going back to the man coverage. We'll go with the classic Z-spot setup that you guys should have all seen before. Very good against man coverage if that's the case, but it is cover 2, which means our corner out's going to be wide open. Now, we seem to be moving the ball pretty quickly, going to go back to the ground, but one thing I want to say about the offense is that this slot guy usually ends up getting the most work. That's why Jamar Chase has received the heavy bulk of all of our receptions, so that's something. If you want to put your best receiver there, you certainly can. But you see this sweep's putting in a lot of work for us. Ton of big play potential, and we pick up pretty solid yardage every time we go back to it. A setup out of this stick play I like is going to be post RB, be on a little in route, and that's pretty much it. So similar to the Saints outs play, if you know what that is, we do have a corner out instead of a out route though, but we'll see what we can get popping here. Just going to take our flat. It seems to be wide open there with Kyle Pitts. Unfortunate animation, so we're going to actually go hurry up. Just kind of run something stock here, see if we can pick anything up. Wide receiver post, I post X, slant RB, motion him across, going to step up in the pocket and just take our slant route. Can we get into the end zone? Again, unfortunate rat catch animations that we're getting, but we are down to the 5-yard line, so cannot really complain. All right, I'm just going to try to punch this in with the mesh post. I don't really want to run the rock with 1 timeout left unless it's a 3rd down, so we're going to go to mesh post, hitch RB, smoke screen X. I'm going to try and motion out this post right a little bit, snap it. It is a run commit, and we're just going to take our easy hitch. Could have been a little bit dangerous if his user was there, but looked like he committed as well with his user to the all-out run commit. And we end up going up 21-0, so we will take it. All right, I promise you, you're not running the ball down here. You're going to have to throw to get in the end zone. Playing a bend but don't break. He looks like he's using a lot of clock, so he's going to probably want to start no huddling if he actually legitimately wants to come back here. He's going to throw it right at our user, though, and that is not a good way to start coming back, of course. See, now I don't really want to take it to the house. Of course, could have taken that to the house, but we'll just get, back on offense, show a couple more dots, see if we can throw a little deep laser, some stuff like that. I just want to start going to some new plays like this corner strike. This could be some man coverage. Maybe I try and go deep, but just trying out new plays, new stuff, seeing what works, seeing what doesn't. I'm going to go deep to Jamar Chase. Can we get there? Ooh, unfortunate. I thought that outside 30 would bite down a little bit more. He did not, which obviously resulted in the outcome. Here I'm going to go back to one of my old-time favorite setups out of deep corner, the play is pretty much kind of unusable as of right now. Looks like he's going to... Oh my, RG3 just sold. Looks like he was going to... I did delay fade. I wanted to see off the edge. Did not happen. My delay fade sent away, which is one of the most annoying bugs out of bunch, by the way. The in route obviously burned the man coverage, but RG3 just sold terrible with that throw. Come on, man. I probably should have set my feet. I probably could have set my feet a little bit better than that, but still a terrible throw for a golden ticket at this point in the year. Now he's all of a sudden throwing lasers. Look at this guy mounting the comeback. All right, let's see what laser this guy's got cooking up. Everything is bagged except for the running back, of course. Nice little curl dot. Look at our opponent just throwing lasers all of a sudden. I actually want to see if I can catch him off guard a little bit with a user rush, so that's exactly what we're going to try and do. This could be a run play, which we could be in trouble, but I'm just going to try and time this user rush up the middle. There we go, easy enough. Could have been doing that all game, of course, but I like to give my opponents respect, especially when they're not quitting. Our opponent right here, obviously eating up the majority of the rest of the game clock. Might have one last drive, but just going to try. Nice little dot by him. Our opponent actually ends up getting into the end zone. I was assuming he was actually going to scramble out there. Probably should have used a rush, but I was going to try and fake him. Assumed he would throw right off the bat, but nice touchdown by our opponent here. One of the really good cover 3 beaters is also out of the setup where, depending on what happens, sometimes CD Lamb can get open. We're just going to try and go with this particular setup again, see if we can roll out what exactly is going to happen there. Should have the corner out there. Nice pass by Jamar Chase. No outside third is going to defend that. All right, let's see if we can just score it one more time, and then we'll call it a video, of course. I'm going to go back to the wide receiver post. It is third down after I threw a couple of duds, but I'm just going to try and go to this little shot block crosser that I'm going to try and get, since I don't think I've really thrown that, as RG3 is just going to make 25,000 sign language motions. We're just going to hit the crosser. His user's in absolute no man's land, and he's going to stop us, but we're just going to start chewing the clock now. We're just going to try and punch this thing in on the ground. Of course, chewing clock, we want this to be the last possession, and if I don't score, I'm definitely going to try and make this the last possession. But there we go. Najee Harris gets into the end zone, and that'll pretty much do it. I'll probably just film that outro at the end of the game. Looks like our opponent's actually going to end up quitting the game. Unfortunate. I mean, he decided to wait until there was 40 seconds left, but he did end up quitting. So GG's to my opponent. At least he stayed in the game for as long as he did. You can't complain, really, as far as that's concerned. But if you guys enjoyed the video, want more of these style gameplays, let me know down below in the comments section. Also, consider subscribing to the channel. Drop a like on this video as well. Follow me on Twitter, link will be down below in the description, and peace. I'm out of here.